So this is going to be a very off-the-cuff, spontaneous video. I wasn't really planning on filming anything today, but this is a good opportunity for me to just go through the importance of journaling when it comes to maybe hitting a bump in the road in your self-improvement journey. So the reason that I'm making this video is because today I've not felt that good. I've not felt like myself. If any of you watching have kind of gotten onto the journey of self-improvement or have been doing it for quite a while, you know that you get quite like a natural high off of doing it, off of being disciplined and exercising and getting work done and stuff like that. But today I've experienced a lot of the kind of symptoms of depression and anxiety coming back into my mind. It's about 2:15 right now. I think I've probably been experiencing it all day, looking back on it, but sometimes it does take a bit of time to recognise these thoughts and these feelings that are coming into your head. But luckily for me, it only took me until 2 o'clock in the afternoon to realise. However, what I'm going to explain to you today is what you can do to counter those negative feelings coming back into your mind after you've started your journey. So obviously, if you're watching this and you want to start your self-improvement journey, go and watch my previous couple of videos on getting started and stuff like that. But this is going to be a video about how to get back on track and how to not let depressive and anxious thoughts deter you from your journey. I think it's become evident to me that maybe today is going to be a bit of an off day. Not an off day in the sense that I'm not going to be doing any work or anything, like I've already been to the gym, but yeah. So anyway, let's get into the journaling side of it. So I have this kind of black leather bound journal that I bought from W.H. Smith, and I had one of these a couple of years ago, and I had another one a couple of years before that because I have struggled with depression and anxiety before, and journaling back then was one of the best things that I did, along with kind of getting off social media to make myself feel better. It's a great space to just write down things that are playing on your mind. I wouldn't recommend like you see some girls doing in movies, or like Diary of the Wimpy Kid or something like that, where they like write down their whole day. That's not what this is about. This kind of journaling is where if there's something playing on your mind, like depressive thoughts or negative thoughts, or something that you've got coming up in the near future or longer than that, you can just kind of, sometimes those thoughts are difficult to process in your own mind, and it's a lot easier to write on paper. So as I've said earlier in the video, today I've been experiencing negative thoughts for the first time since I started this journey, which was a couple of weeks ago. So I'm just going to read you this short kind of passage that I've written down to kind of give you an idea of how to journal about this kind of stuff. So, I don't feel good today. I've been on self-improvement for over a week now, and for 90% of that time I've been on somewhat of a natural high. However, today I just don't feel good. There are some simple reasons why this could be though. I had a massive line this morning, so I failed my first task of the day. I then faced the consequences of this when I went to the gym and all the equipment was taken off. I was patient and went on the bike, but whilst I was on the bike, I was experiencing some very intrusive, quite negative thoughts. This is most likely because I didn't meditate this morning. What this has shown me is that slacking off on the small but very important habits is not good and can allow the symptoms of depression and anxiety to creep back in. So that's all I wrote. Just kind of one page of writing, and it's just almost like writing a letter to yourself so that you can see the message that you're trying to get across in your own head, but you can't quite do it because sometimes, I mean, the reason that anybody gets obese or doesn't do well at school, all that kind of stuff, wanting to play video games and stuff, that it's all us being controlled by our own minds, which sounds a bit weird, like of course we're controlled by our minds, but sometimes because of the way that we've been conditioned in modern society with all this instant gratification and stuff like that, sometimes our minds are our worst enemy. So what this showed me today, the value of this journaling, and what it showed me today was that the reason that I probably wasn't feeling so good today is because I've been slacking off the small habits, like the gratification journaling, which I'll do a video on. Meditation, I haven't meditated for a few days. I just meditated, it made me feel a lot better just for 5 minutes. And the biggest one was probably having a lie-in. And when I say a lie-in, I got out of bed at 9 o'clock because I went to bed quite late last night, and I thought that I might need a lie-in, but in reality I probably didn't. Probably should have got up at like 6 or 7. But yeah, and as much as some of you 9 o'clock might seem early, whilst I was at my most kind of depressed point, I was literally getting out of bed at like 1, 2 in the afternoon. So as much as 9 o'clock seems early, for someone who's trying to do self-improvement, it's quite late, because then you go to the gym and all the equipment's taken up because everyone else that's woken up late is there. And then you have to spend longer in the gym that you'd like, and then it's 20 past 2 and you're journaling about why you're depressed. So yeah, it's quite a short video. I just wanted to show the way that I use journaling to kind of expel negative thoughts from my mind, and how it can be a good way of explaining to yourself the things that you need to keep doing to keep improving on this journey. So yeah, I would just recommend picking up something like this. A5 is a good size. I have had smaller journals before, but you just get through them too quickly and it's like really difficult to write on. So get a decent size one, and just whenever you have something playing on your mind that you need to explain better to yourself, write it down on paper, read it through, and it should make it a lot clearer on what you need to do to fix whatever problem that you're having. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful. Bit off the cuff, but hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was helpful. This has been Tom Kendall Fitness, and I'll see you in the next one.